Team's all right with me. Dream Team's all right. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, it's destroyed. A little bit too up and about, actually. Warn Dog?
Yeah, no green vest, bit of a grey top today. It's pretty exciting.
Calvin?
Yeah, same old Calvin doing his usual thing over here. Top of the chart.
Yes, well done. You started
Equal top of the chart.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, yes, you were too. We will get on to that when we go to Around the Grounds. Warn Dog, how did you go?
Well, yeah, much better than I've done the first couple of weeks. Mainly because most of my players did go all right. They wanted to be out there this week. 2080, I don't even know. What was it? 2080 something.
3 or 4.
Yeah, something like that. Funnily
It's
enough,
irrelevant.
It's irrelevant. It was enough.
2080 something you went.
It was enough to get me out of the green vest. And I can't believe I'm proud of actually being equal with Calvin.
Yeah, disappointing score for me. I was a bit disappointed with the way my boys performed.
Performed.
I said perform.
Yeah. Calvin's a bit crook at the moment. He's battling.
To equal the same score as Warnie is pretty disappointing. But I'm in blue, you're in green. D, how'd you go?
Yeah, I went all right. I wasn't too disappointed with my score, apart from wearing the old green. I got 2060.
Did you go up in rankings?
Yeah, quite significant. Yeah. A few thousand spots. Pendles was hurt me a little bit. Obviously, everyone had 5, so that was a bit irrelevant. But an issue I'll get onto later. My benching has been disgraceful this year, and this week was no different. So my scores are potentially up there with the top teams if I can just get a bench selection, even half right. Yeah. So we'll get on to that later. But yeah, green vest. Ha 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 ha. Warn Dog, at least he's not in depresso mode this week. Yep. I'm trying to keep a smile on my face. You know, just so the whole show doesn't get down to that, that little lull it gets to when Warnie's in the corner not listening and whatever else. It's going to be back next week too.
Nah, Warn Dogs will be right. A couple of big trades this week. We'll talk about those a bit later.
Oh, he's doing the old double trade to avoid the vest.
Yeah.
Well,
early I've got about 8 players out this week.
All right, that's Around the Grounds. We'll have a look at the Golden Stubby. Okay, Golden Stubby this week. It's going to be no surprise, and it wouldn't even be $1.01 at the tote, would it? It'd be shorter than that. The big fella with 78% of the votes.
2,500 votes on the website.
2,500, and he gets this score. It is, of course, Gary Ablett, who knocked up a massive 162. Basically everyone that's got him had him captain.
Yep. Why is that? Because he was number 1 in Calvin's captains?
He was, and I also said if you did want to go Ablett, go Boyd. Remember the last time tossed the coin?
Yep.
He had 146, so not much of a difference.
Whichever side of the coin it ended up on, you would have been all right.
Yeah, so well done, Gaz. Is that back-to-back?
Yeah. 2. Yeah, so we've got Stanton, Ablett.
Wow, well done, Gary.
Some people have said we need to actually get, a golden carton for him. Some have said a golden keg. And someone tweeted me the other day and said, just get him a brewery. The Ablett Brewery.
Not bad idea.
Golden Brewery. You were going to say golden shower. Yeah. You went golden, this golden, that. I'm going, Warn Dog, don't go there.
Well, he might deserve that as well.
It depends. If Rainsy gets him this week, Rainsy gets the better of him.
Rainsy will get a golden shower.
He will.
All right.
Okay, and we're off and racing in the teams. I'm doing the first 3 games. Saints versus Dockers. Saints, no change. Dockers in Lockie Neal. Some people went with him from the start.
They did.
He may also be a reasonable downgrade trade in a couple of weeks if he plays well, and you've got some dead weight sitting there that may have made you a tiny bit of money, but they're going nowhere. Lockie Neal is now on the radar officially.
I knew someone was going to do that.
I just said normal radar.
Yeah, he didn't.
The big news, of course, though, our man, the Avatar Fife, he's named, and he's named on the ball, and he is looking good.
Yeah, he's going to be awesome. 100.
Few people have traded him out. I don't know if they've
got a few who might talk about him as well.
Yeah, the reverse trade button. So that is Warnie telling me to stop talking and using all our Fife stuff. Okay, Blues versus Essendon. Blues were irrelevant. Essendon. Now, some people got burnt last week with the old Broughton down to Dempsey, and Dempsey went off.
Ouch, wow.
In positive news from that, Dempsey is playing. So, it hurt, but at least he's playing this week. And DeLulio.
Yep. Used to play for Carlton.
Yep, DeLulio. He is playing, but I have a warning for you. Yes, sir!
What's that?
Submarine.
Someone went shopping.
They did. He's named last on the bench.
That's cute.
It's not supposed to be cute. It's supposed to be intimidating.
It's not.
Except for this bit. That bit is helping me pull it off. But Submarine. Yep, DeLulio, get him in at your own risk. If you need him this week, he's going to be green vested. Collingwood versus Port. Collingwood, where the hell did this come from? Out. Shaw.
Oh, thank God.
Now, he hasn't been great this year, and he's out for a minimum of 2. If you haven't pulled the trigger on that, I reckon I would be. Thomas is out as well. Hopefully they're sending Thomas to Arizona because he used to be skinny, which was funny.
Yep.
Now he's podgy.
He's fat, Roy.
It's his haircut.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think so.
He needs to
It
grow
makes him
back.
look like he's got a fat head or something.
Yeah, it does. It's not looking
Round,
good.
fat head.
So, yeah, send him to Arizona to make your hair grow quicker or something. And Port, rested. Redden.
That's ridiculous.
Big
Roy.
fella. Renouf is on fire.
He
Yeah,
is. He's
cheers.
back.
He's back. So, Redden, we won't need him this week, fortunately.
No.
However, I like this little rotation he's going to find himself in. He has been doing a good job too. Another one that is in, and some people took a risk with this guy, made him their dual position link early in the season without him being named, Pfeiffer. He has been in awesome form in the seconds. Like, awesome. He has really earned this spot.
And
he's in. Yep.
Where's he been named?
Didn't pay any attention.
Yeah,
But it wasn't
It's
nothing that pricked the Marines' ears up.
No.
Although I will
find out
research
about that
it.
tomorrow.
He could end up there.
Of Prick the Marine, that sounds like some sort
Get
of
this thing off me.
some sort of stripper porn name that you would have if you wore that to parties.
Prick the Marine.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I guess it could be
That's
used
pretty
in
funny.
some form of dirty
I just
fashion.
thought he'd be some sort of a porn. Anyway,
Let's go.
game number 4, Adelaide and the Giants. Now, Kerridge.
Sam.
He came in last week. A few people might have pulled the trigger on him.
Yeah.
He's back out again. And
Did you say his score was minimal too?
was it?
Like, wasn't it under 10 points or something like
Yeah.
that?
I believe
That's
it was around 6.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And Sam Shaw, who you know a little bit about there, don't you, Destroy? He's never been named in the back pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a highly ranked defender, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to be some sort of massive scorer.
He
This
plays
is
pretty much all through
research
the
from
pre-season
way
too,
back.
yeah.
But I think he could be a 50 man, maybe.
Yeah.
Big news from GWS. J-Mac is back in after his suspension, so that's going to be
Oh
awesome.
man, I need that.
And the other thing here is Green and Cameron are being rested with general soreness. And after last week, where people were going, do I go
Got another
Canelio
hat
to
for
Green?
that,
We go Canelio to Green, and we were going, no, don't do it, don't do it. Bitten you in the arse, you shouldn't have done it because he's now, well, he scored poorly. And
He wasn't too bad.
What did he
got
end up with?
50 or something.
oh, okay, we'll take it. Anyway,
Not
But-
worth the trade though.
No, it's not
GWS
worth the trade. No.
GWS have been hit by general soreness, and not for the first time this year. Well, to happen. Anyway, Brisbane against the Suns. Simon Black, big in. Not very DT relevant, but he is back in.
Yep.
And that he was supposed to miss another 1 or maybe 2 weeks with his broken hand, but he's in there.
That could be DT relevant if you're looking for like Rockcliffe.
Agree.
Might free Rocky
Might
right
free him up. Yep, true. The other one there is Berger, who is out with an Achilles for the next 6 weeks, and I thought that would free up Billy Longer.
Oh, common sense.
Well.
Would have told you that.
Well, it didn't. Billy Longer has been dropped, so Hudson is now their sole ruckman.
Yeah.
Without any backup.
Get on
at all.
him. Oh,
Hardo.
no, probably not.
In the Suns, not much relevance there. Hall has been named on the ground, and Carmichael Hunt has once again been named on the ball.
Yeah, wow.
Carmichael, he gets so busy in there,
Yeah,
but
he
he never
does.
actually
Doesn't he? The
accumulates
Points
a
just
score.
don't go up.
I think they
Next
forget
year.
about him or something.
Next
I don't
year.
know. It's interesting.
Last game I've got here is West Coast against the Hawks. Prentice is back in, and Kobe Stevens has been dropped, Roy.
Yeah, right.
And for the Hawks, Whitecross, who a lot of people looked at from Fife going to Whitecross, is back on a wing. He's smashing it. And Birchall is still there. He's named to play after
Was it cool?
Monty. Monty's got a girlfriend. Did you know that?
He does.
Congratulations.
He's up and about.
He's up and
Monster
about. Right?
star.
You might have noticed a bit of a drop in the quality of fan footy because of it. But Birchall, Birchall Red Cross, he came off the ground and he's been named, so that's good news for Birchall fans. Calvin Dunn.
Brilliant. All right, let's get into the Sunday games. These are all our extended bench games. Geelong have named a couple of rookies for their first game. Jesse Stringer,
I
Jordan
beg your pardon.
Schroeder.
Who did they name?
Who did they name?
So Stringer and Schroeder, both mids, both 104 grand on extended benches. I don't reckon they even have to worry about that because they're not going to get the game. James Kelly's out with a groin. Tigers, nothing of note there. Into the next game, which is the Sydney and North Melbourne game. Cunningham's in for his second game.
Is he just?
Your boy in the preseason, Calvin Armstrong.
Oh, he's not my boy.
You loved him.
I wrote about him once.
Oh, and you loved that.
Oh, I didn't.
The Seabiscuit's on the extended bench.
Is he?
Yeah. Hopefully he won't be there to affect our
Hating
old mate
Mumford at the moment.
And Walsh is in for his first game. Still extended bench, blah, blah, blah. They're all named there, so let's see what happens. That's because Goods is out. He's suspended, as a lot of people there. Bench him, don't trade. Obviously, just the message for that. Roos, nothing to see there as well. And then it's the last game, Melbourne and the Dogs. We've got Maloney. He's in. He's obviously straight into the 18. We've got Ricky Pettard. He's back on the extended bench. But the big one on our extended bench there is Thomas Couch. All right, so Couch has finally got his gig after such an awesome...
Do you agree?
Well,
not going to make a cut.
Nah, I don't think he will either.
Good call.
He's named last there.
Do we have a character for that?
Not going to make the cut.
No, it's just Submarine going, no deal.
Okay.
Not even, yeah.
You're not even on the boat.
No. So a lot of people are celebrating that one at the moment. Don't celebrate it too early.
All right, so the other little bits of news there. Grimes is suspended. If you got Grimes, you're a bloody idiot. Stephen Martin is also dropped for them. The Dogs, they've lost Lake, who's suspended, and also the General. We need to get the old General out.
Yeah.
The hat. We need to see him again because Smith has got Clay Smith, General soreness, not to be seen this week, and he has been a little bit disappointing. Roy,
I'm not happy with him.
Roy, you spoke about him getting, points per minute's been fantastic.
Been brilliant.
Played a whole game.
Up until that last game.
Yeah.
Amazing. His points per minutes up until that game were through the roof.
Yeah.
And he'd only play 50% game time. And he was rubbish.
Yeah. Very, very disappointing. In there, there's Premi and the Shermanator both on the ground. Dixon is on the extended bench.
Is he?
Will he make the cut?
No,
probably not.
Unlikely.
Let's see. Just one other little note up there. Magna is still on the ball for the Demons.
Okay.
So that is all of the info for all of those games there. Now, gentlemen, what comes next in our bit of discussion here?
Who knows, dog? Issues.
Oh, who's got issues?
Have a tissue.
I'll tell you what, I do have issues.
All right, what are your issues?
That you told Calvin and me that we had to rush through teams and really only be specific with anyone DT relevant. You're there telling me Pettard's bloody doing this.
You're like
that.
On the ground. So
you're like the chef of Waffle House. Get it?
Yep. Play on. You're wasting more time.
Okay, yeah, fair call. It was. Okay, issues. Now, obviously, we cannot avoid this one. The Fife train. Okay, so firstly, he's been named. Tick.
Yep.
Keep him. All right, that's what I initially think.
Yes.
Lots of people are saying.
No. This, Roy. He's got a break even of 182.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a drop in value.
Yeah.
Actually, he's predicted to drop about 70 grand in the next 2 weeks.
And that's even getting his,
right?
That's getting his
his
projection.
average.
Right.
So he's going to drop a lot, and people go, well, I'm going to get rid of him. Now, and they go, he could injure himself again, and what happens if he only plays a bit of the game? Now, if Freo are going to play him, you play him.
Yeah.
What makes you better than the Fremantle coaching staff?
Did you see him during training this week? Look at that for a picture. He was looking good. He was taking overhead marks.
Is that from training?
Yeah, that's from training.
Look at his vest colour.
Yeah, that red vest.
That doesn't look
that
too good.
is a little bit of a worry there.
There's nothing wrong with the shoulder, though, is there?
Nah, he's looking good. So I reckon.
Okay.
I reckon he's going to be fine.
I am I get that much negative press through the old tweet about people convince themselves to get rid of Fife.
Yep.
That eventually some of it gets in your head. All right. Now, okay.
It does.
What if Fremantle or St Kilda are up by 50 points in the third quarter? Game's over. And actually, as if those two teams, Ross Lyons influence, don't get to 50 themselves. But what if there's a 5-point lead in the second quarter? The game's over, basically. So game's over at half time. What happens with Fifey? is he at a point where you're rested for this?
Because
Or
if he's at a point where they rest him, they wouldn't play him.
Right.
He's franchise. He's the future of Fremantle.
That's
and
why you need to look after him.
Yeah, but they wouldn't even play him if he was in that situation.
They need him to win.
Yes, but they wouldn't do it at the risk of hurting him.
What about the Saints? They're going to target him.
Thank you, Roy. Appreciate it.
No, he's going to be targeted.
They'll bump him.
They will.
They'll bump him.
Bloody if I was there.
He's out.
Yeah.
No. Remember how much they sucked about Rewalt, though, a couple of years ago?
Yeah. Who will go to him? CJT?
Oh, possibly.
They talked about someone like, was it Dempsey? Does he play for him?
Yeah, Dempster.
Yeah.
You've been Dempstered.
Yeah.
That's what the Saints will get over.
Yeah.
If he goes and smashes someone, you've been Dempstered.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
they don't.
They do.
No, they don't.
That's the
say
thing.
That. Who says that?
They've even got T-shirts made or
Oh,
something.
they do
Oh,
not.
goodness me.
You've been Dempstered.
I want one.
Well, that's the Fife train. We better just finish
We've got to keep
this off by
There's a lot of
saying,
issues.
what are you doing
You got to
with
keep him.
Fife?
You got to keep him, and you got to put him, play him as you normally would.
I'm keeping.
Yeah, I think I am, especially with other issues.
Yeah, you
Other
do have
issues this week.
issues. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, no problem. Second one here. Shaw and Thomas.
Yeah.
All right. What would you...
I had Eshaw last week offloaded into Carrots, so that was a little bit of a pat on the back for me. A little bit of luck falling my way this year, but look, so that's cool. Thomas, I don't know if many people would even have him, but Shaw's the big one.
I did have a peek at him. I had a peek.
Yeah.
A pre-season peek.
But Shaw's the big one, and I reckon a lot of people now will be saying, see you later, because your Heath Shaw headache can be cured this week.
Okay.
That's for me. I'm doing that. He'll become Goddard for me this week.
Oh, so you are pulling the trigger.
I will trigger.
That's like getting yourself a Panadol with a shot of morphine.
I've got another issue.
Ben Cast told me how good that was.
Got another issue I've got to put down here. What, you don't already have Goddard?
No, I don't.
What were you thinking? You wanted to wait till he increased in price?
Just stupid.
Oh, okay.
I don't have Goddard either.
Oh my God, you're going to fall so hard.
I'm going to get him.
Oh, you better make it snap.
I don't think I do, do I? No, I don't. No room, mate. Quality of lineup.
Well, you must. Well, here's another one that can go to you, Warnie. You've got some experience with these awesome players. Jack Grimes, bloody idiot. Grimesy, Goods, and Lake have all got an annoying 1 week suspension. What do you do with Goodsy?
Goodsy, I don't have him.
Yeah, but
you got to keep him.
Yeah.
You could be in a bit of trouble though if you've got Dixon and maybe Jeremy Cameron on your bench, i.e. my Supercoach team. Could be a little bit of a worry.
A lot of people also have Couch there too, dog.
Yeah, a bit of dual position could help you out though.
Yep.
Grimesy, now you've actually got him.
I do have Grimes. Grimes is part of the 2 trade master plan for this week.
Holy
that
hell.
I've been concocting in my little laboratory.
Yeah.
Pretty much. See you later, Shaw. See you later, Grimesy. Welcome, Goddard. Welcome, Conker.
Bad word to get him in.
Ooh.
It's unlucky that he plays Geelong
at Skilled.
which is not called Skilled anymore.
It's still an S though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Simmons.
Simmons.
Because I saw it still said
It's not as intimidating.
No,
It'll probably go well.
It's still called Skilled today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
still
is.
call it Cardinia Park.
Yeah, down at KP is.
Yep. So he's going to have a nightmare down there because they are going to be absolute monsters this week, Geelong.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
it's unlucky. But
that's actually not confirmed yet. Do you know who else is actually on the radar for that?
No.
Because of the buys, Josh Drummond.
Oh, do it. Please do it.
You couldn't do it.
Please have Grimes and Drummond in 1 year.
Grimes for
Yeah,
Drummond.
do it. Please do it.
No.
Yes.
He
do
was
it.
there. I know because
It's a
you know
good
why
trade.
I was thinking about
Your
it.
team can't get any
Unless
worse.
you want to get shitter.
These
I don't know.
guys,
Yeah.
they're bloody playing.
The boys do your head in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And because he was one of the only options I really
Yeah.
could get
Well,
for that trade.
do you know what I like about you at the moment? What
What?
you're doing here?
Oh, yes.
I like that you're looking at the buys with these trades.
Yeah.
Yes, it is going to cost you rankings at the moment.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, you're going to jump significantly, even if your team is remotely prepared
Especially
for
with
buys.
blokes like Drummond.
Yeah, well, definitely. He won't make it to the
He
buys.
had 95.
Yeah, he's a good
Oh,
player.
yeah,
when
he
he
sounded like a
plays.
kid.
Now, the thing is, I'm looking at a lot of these top teams.
Yeah.
Good luck, round 13
Oh,
buy.
yeah, exactly.
Whoa, win. Unbelievable.
Anyway, I agree.
Right, General Saunus, boys. He's back.
Well,
the General is back.
Round 4 and the General has turned up. Now, we probably expected him about round 6, I reckon, but he obviously hit a few guys that we talked about earlier. Smith, Green, Cameron, and now, of course, the big nut in Redden.
Yeah.
Can't do much about it. If you've got those guys, you just need to bench them. They're having 1 week off. They'll be back next week. It's just unlucky, and it's a thing that happens more and more.
That's it.
And it's going to get worse and worse as the year goes on.
The only one that really hurts there is Green Machine. People got him in for the hundreds that he'd scored.
Yep.
A few people were throwing job security issues out there.
Yep.
I don't think that's too much of a concern. He'll walk straight back in. When
Every
Kennedy's rest next week.
They'll all have a general soreness at some point. Some of them might even get 2. Like Canelio will have a general soreness.
No, of course he will.
You know, so this guy's having it now. It's just a bit of a sucks the timing of it because these people have got him in. It's like 2 slaps in the face.
Yeah.
Bang, there's his 50. Bang, now he's out. So that sucks. No one likes getting stuck in the face.
Certainly is. Now, Calvin, you've got a rookie, bit of rookie advice for people that are rookie trading at the moment.
A lot of people have been tweeting me saying, I need a quick 50 grand, Calvin. I'm going Trelaw, who, get him in, maybe next week.
Good 70.
And they're going, I'm going to get Trelaw in for Kennedy, or I'm going to get him in for Shield, and I'm going to get that 50 grand, I'm going to fix up my team. Listen to the break-evens. Giles is negative 50. Kennedy is negative 17. Devon Smith, negative 43. And Shield, negative 39. These guys will go up 40 to 50 grand this week, and then probably another 30 the week after. So if you can be patient for 2 weeks, they'll make you 70 grand, and it's going to be worth its weight. Well, they make their 50 this week, then maybe consider Trelaw if you need it then. But, geez, a lot of people are pulling it a little bit too early, especially on Trelaw, who's only played 1 game.
Yeah, all right, cool. Now, benching. We talked about that briefly earlier. It's a massive issue at the moment. I know you've only nailed probably 1 or 2.
I've got 1.
I know you and I are both on a horrific streak of picking the worst one out of a potential group of 3 players each time. Now, I have been adjusting mine due to a couple of things. Looking at the opposition, how easy they are.
So just to clear it up, you're talking about your back benchman at the moment.
No, every position.
Okay, right.
Yeah, so, and I've been doing it, looking at who they play next and how easy they are to score on, plus recent form of that player.
Okay.
I am now putting that, that's out.
What theory are you now going with?
I am thinking I'm just going purely on average and not thinking anything else.
Okay, so what about someone like Ellis and Morris? I'm in that situation.
Right,
I have to choose one of them.
Yeah.
The difference between their average is like 0.5 or something.
Right. Well, with one like that, I'd probably just take the average of their last 2.
Right.
That will be different.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I am going to do that.
Yeah, because I honestly don't know those 2. I actually hate the pair of them because they have tricked me a couple of times.
Then, so what? Okay, so you're going to take. Obviously, you'll take Bug this week.
Yeah, Bug. Never again. And
Yeah, so did I.
So I benched Bug. Yeah, you're stupid, Roy. Yeah, you're stupid. Everyone's saying to me. Now,
Richmond played Melbourne.
Yeah, Richmond played Melbourne and West Coast.
Yeah.
Is who Buggy played. I just did not think that any of them would get over 80.
Eight Richmond players cracked 100 on Melbourne. And our guys couldn't crack 50 or whatever they did.
Yeah, so
there are points there to have.
So I've realised now, a bit more data, so it's easier to say. But yeah, from now on I'm doing that. One that people are talking about, I've copped a couple about this. Devon Smith or Kennedy, which one would you put on the ground?
You've got to go Kennedy.
Really? And why?
Because he's had a 90 and I think he's had a couple of 90s, I think.
No, he's had like 100.
116.
70,
yep.
50.
Oh, he's dropping.
Yes. Oh, whereas Smith has gone like basically 80, 70, 70 type.
But Smith had that 120, remember in that practice match?
Yeah.
And that's why everyone was so heavy on him early. So you're saying now Smith over Kennedy?
I'm saying I think their years have gone. I think, I only had a real quick look. I think Kennedy's gone bang, bang, bang. I think Smith's gone do.
Okay, so this week, who will you go?
At this stage, Smith.
Okay, there you have it.
So I'm not sticking with my averaging anymore.
With your average.
Bloody oath, I'm going with Kennedy.
An interesting thing with this is that if you make some trades during the week and click on your reversible trades, you lose your, like if you did some like subbing onto the ground and stuff, you lose that. So be aware of that if you do click that reversible trade. Before lockout, which you should do anyway. What are you doing?
I'm pulling out the Archie.
That is
hello.
Yeah, thanks. I know.
So be careful of that. You've got the Archie t-shirt on, Roy. You've taken
Yes,
off the
I do.
DFS.
I forgot I had that stupid thing on.
Anyway,
Bit of sponsorship.
Yeah,
Bit of a
thanks.
bite.
Getting hot in that
Big
too.
thanks to our mates Archie.
Yeah.
You can follow them on Twitter at Archie Clothing, I think they are. Chucked us a few teas and stuff. So
Yeah,
thanks
yeah.
very much for that, guys.
That's cool.
And we've got a few comps coming up.
Yeah, we've got some competitions,
do.
but
So,
at the
Talk
moment,
about that later.
they're sold through our friends at Meathead. So that's there's a link on our website when that starts working. But it's you'll be able to Google it, Meathead Shop. The shop for blokes who don't like to shop.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they have given us until I think it's Monday a 20% off code,
What
which
the
is
hell?
pretty awesome. So
That is
20%, that's like a fifth of the price.
Well done.
So you can
Man.
get on
That
that.
is great, man.
You put in the coupon code or whatever the code is of DT Talk, all one word, DT Talk, and then you get 20% off it. You check out. So
And so
that's handy.
a couple of cool competitions coming up in the next few weeks with those guys. We're going to be giving away vouchers on behalf of those guys, so make sure you tune in.
Excellent. All right, what's next, Roy?
Okay, up next
You
is
think it's
Galvin.
And begin.
Oh, he's a sick old captain
What a
today.
sick pirate.
Seasick. Scallywag.
Anyway,
Right,
right,
seaman.
we won't dwell on how good I was last week. Let's just focus to the future because we've got some big issues.
Dwell on it.
Did you dwell on it?
Oh, hang on.
I don't know. It's a celebration if you're good, isn't it?
Sorry. You keep going. I've just done something special for this thing.
Oh.
So go when you're ready.
All right.
Keep talking.
Let's talk about Gary Ablett.
Oh,
Okay,
please.
I'll tell you some things.
Look at that.
There's a couple of things I don't like about Gary Ablett this week, and people have been going, "You're a moron, Calvin." Last year he played them twice, Brisbane, and had 106 and 84. That's not great numbers compared to what he did for the year. So he averages really poor on Brisbane last year.
Right.
Because Raines tags him. Raines is a terrible footballer. Can't get a kick. But he's a pure tagger.
And you know what? I believe I've heard these words out of Gary's mouth before, that Raines is a good tagger.
He will just tag the guts out of him. Raines won't get a kick. And that's different to Carrots and those other guys. Carrots will hurt your back. But Raines will basically, in basketball terms, just face guard him all day and sacrifice his game. So in those games, Ablett had 28 touches and 20. It's a big call. It's a big call. But because of what Gary's been doing, you have to go him.
Yeah.
Okay. And as I wrote in my post this week, he's the safest bet. There's a quote for you. He's the safest bet because everybody's doing it. Right?
Yeah.
So if you want to go out on a limb, it's risky because everyone could bite you back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But if everyone goes the same person, then what does it really matter?
Last week, people went Pendles.
Yeah. So now this week,
everyone.
everyone's gone, I'm not going to miss out on that.
Yeah.
And in the assistant coach and that, it's like 50% of people last week went Ablett.
Yeah.
It's going to be more because they all want that 160, especially if you missed out on it. He's the safest bet because everyone's got to go.
Yeah.
Other great options, if you feel like being absolutely crazy, Dane Swan, man, he kills Port. 144 he averages in his last three.
That's
And
ridiculous.
He's at his favourite ground, Eddie had. He played 4 times there last year, averaged 133. 3 of those scores were 128 plus.
If only he had put one decent score on the board this year.
His high score this year is 116, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I've appreciated his
What's his price?
consistency.
Yeah, he still dropped
Pretty much.
30 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But, I reckon the way I look at it this week is I'm going to take Gary's... Look, I think, and as I was writing the post, out of my top 5, as you see on the screen there, Ablett will not top score out of that 5. He will not top score. But for you to try to pick who's going to beat him is too tough to call.
It's fraught with danger.
So you've got to go with him because he's the safest bet. But also, people who have got Sam Mitchell, 129, 147, 140 in his last games on West Coast.
Oh, no.
And loves Patterson's playground where he's had 130 in his last 3.
Damn,
Wow.
So a guy like that, Boyd obviously plays Melbourne. That should be points g'day. And Scotty Thompson plays GWS. A lot of people chased Stanton and Watson against
They did,
GWS
that's
last week. Silly move. You can't go chasing players.
Against Gold Coast, they chased him, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. Now, Thompson rips up the Suns,
Yep.
who are a similar team to the Giants. So he just loves these bunny teams. He'll have oodles of touches, but is he going to do what Jobe and Stanton did and maybe take the foot off the pedal a bit? It's a tough one to do. So, anyway.
Yeah, well, so he's against GWS.
Yeah.
Selwood barely worked up a sweat for 150 versus them.
Yeah, but is that going to be Rory Sloane that does that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look, Thompson's a great bet, and he'll get 120 plus, and I reckon everyone else here will.
He'll be massive.
Another smoky, if you want to call him a smoky, would be Pendles against Port. Coming off a shit.
He has got to bounce back.
Coming off a poor game, he knows he got towed up. Everyone's talking about it. He actually averages pretty well against them too. So as a smoky, you'll look. Someone wrote to me during the week, Swan's not a smoky. Well, he is if 50+% of people are going out.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if you're going to go against the flow.
Everyone is a smoky apart from Ablett.
At the moment, because he's in. Well, he's averaged 147.
Now, just a little question for you here, from your memory. Last week, weren't we talking about Ablett not averaging a lot versus Essendon or something? Was there an issue? Was there an issue like that, or am I just dreaming that?
Can't remember.
Oh no, the Hocking was a worry.
Hocking was a worry
because one of his scores last year was only 80 or something.
It was too. Yeah, you're right. It was. He's like, look. He still should post a big score, but if we sit back here and he has 80, people don't go bitching at me because I'm telling you now that he won't have 80.
No, he won't.
But
he'll get his ton. But
Rains is a bloody good tagger, and it came out the news this week. Rains will tag Ablett.
Yeah.
Well, I had a panic attack today because I read something about what a good job he did last week, and I was like, oh no, he's in tagging form. And then it said he kept Stephen Hill to 14 touches, and I was like,
42
points.
Probably
above average for his touches.
Rains has tagged Pendles before. He's had Ablett in the past. He goes to the guns. Look, he's just a good tagger. So if Ablett doesn't have a great one, which I still think he'll have a good one, I still think he'll smash it, and that's why he's number one. Too much of the pirate talk. Let's talk about something different.
Okie doke.
All right, what do we got, Roy?
Going to have a quick chat about our trades this
week. No fancy graphics for this, but we'll be right.
No, it's trade time. I'm not very interesting at all here. I am sitting tight. The only one I
still on 24 trades.
Yep. No.
Oh, did you use one?
I'm on 25 because
that's right.
Virtual Sports let me start with 26, and I went Broughton to Waters.
Yeah.
Which I haven't spoken about since I did it, and yes, it did hurt a little bit last week.
Waters was okay though.
He was okay, yeah, but it's 20 points difference. That hurts.
Could have got you out of a vest. Not quite.
No, wouldn't have got me out of a vest. Don't worry, I did the calculations. So no trades from Destroy on one trade down.
No trades for me this week, but as you can see, all those rookies there are just growing and growing and growing, and in probably 3 weeks' time, I will go two trades every week.
Whoa.
You know what I do, Roy? Trade hard early.
Well, you like to have them for a long time.
You know I do.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later. But yeah, no trades for me, although I did have a plan for Fife, but you've got to stick with him now. Eyes on True Law ready for next week. Dog,
one thing with the Fife stuff, like, they've named him, but has he seen that surgeon yet?
Yes,
he has
that was
seen
today.
Right, it was, okay. Because we will know if he doesn't actually suit up or play or has a green vest or something on.
Yeah.
If he's got a green vest on, what would you do?
I'd say see you later.
He's got to go.
You trade? Yeah.
Oh, no, because
the value he's going to drop there.
If he's in a green vest,
he's
got to go. Yeah. If he's in a vest, he's got to go.
Yeah.
Dog, what trades are you doing?
Well, that's the thing. I guess I don't have to get rid of Shaw. I don't have to get rid of Grimes because I've got both of my dudes on the bench playing, but it's probably a good time. It's almost like
it's a
force
blessing.
Your hand.
It's a blessing to see the back of Heath. Trust me.
But my worry is that round 13, I want to get Conker and I want to get Goddard.
Deal with
they are the two best options for me to get. But to have that would give me 5 guys. Yes, 2 of those are rookies that I'd probably have offloaded by then. But 5 dudes.
Deal with it.
And then I've got to have rookies that those. Like, I might get rid of Morris and bloody Ellis, but then they've got to be rookies from the other buys that are going to be taking their places. So it's bloody tough.
The thing is, when I was looking at my options, when I was dead set getting rid of Broughton last week, I had Waters, who I've always liked anyway, and was going, well, Conker was on my list, and he got a line through him because of that exact reason.
Jeez,
He's had a 130 since that, though, which I would have quite enjoyed last week.
Yeah. But bloody sad, because that's the thing. Grimes was not in my team on Thursday morning before the round started.
You need to do that.
Conker was the man in there. Far out. Bloody little twist of fate.
Hashtag.
It's not good.
Bad trade.
Yeah, that's not a good trade. Yeah, that's me though. I think that's pretty much it though with what I've got. I'll probably leave mine to the death. It's going to be a bit of a thing to see what happens there at the end, but
yep,
I don't know.
that'll be right.
All right.
Okay, let's grab your phone and take a Twitter question.
If you are watching now, which there's probably not many people, but send us a tweet either at Warnie, at Roy, at Warnie DT, at Roy DT, at Calvin DT. Follow us. I cracked 3,000 followers today.
Yeah, I think we've got about 2.5. I've got one here though.
Yeah, hang on. Let me give a little bit of an intro. Go.
I got one here. After sifting through all the abuse I cop, Calvin, you're a wanker. Calvin, oh, you're a legend. That's a nice one. Thanks for that. This is from Tom Buchanan. Calvin, initial thought. Oh, no, you wrote earlier. Can I? Oh, yeah, Calvin. He wants to trade either to Hearn or By Waters and to take a... No, hang on. He wants to trade out either Hearn or By Waters to get in Conker.
All right.
I said, dude,
no.
Why do you want to get rid of Waters? He's averaging 90.
God, yeah.
Because he wants to chase Conker.
Right.
Who he's obviously a little bit cheaper. My word back to you there, Tom. Good thinking. You're thinking too much. Hearn, flash in the pan at this stage. Waters, averaging 90. Stick with him. Conker. We haven't seen much of him yet. You're getting a bit excited, dog, I reckon.
Yeah.
Wait and see.
But we were excited about him in the pre-season.
Yeah,
he's really good. But, yeah.
All right, if I get any fresh ones from what you just said, we'll see.
Straw, you got anything there?
Yep. I've got a little celebration from someone who I know will be watching. Aaron Meadows.
Oh, Aaron Meadows, yeah.
He said, yes, Tom Couch is playing. Hashtag Green Vest. My little slogan about old Tom Couch. Green Vest at best.
Yeah.
And that's coming from the submarine. Green Vest at best.
Yep, if he gets a green vest, he should. People who have him should be happy.
Yeah, yep. Green Vest at best.
Alrighty, Warn Dog's in here with Tanagas. And we've got, would you trade Stevie J? Bad form, huge price drops. I'm thinking maybe Reece Stanley. I wouldn't. I would just hold him. That goes with the premium rule. We've seen a lot of stuff happen in the last couple of weeks anyway, where you might end up having to trade. Hold on to your trades, dude.
So this is about
Stevie J. I'd hold him.
Do you know what he will do to Richmond this week?
Yeah.
Tear them a new one down.
Well, the worst thing, and I know
he'll have 7 goals.
It's not the right place to say I told you so, but Stevie J was a bad pick. A bad pick, in my opinion. Look at his history. Look at that.
Dog, now's not the time to bag him out for picking him.
I'm sorry, but you've got to hold on to him now. You've got to hold on to him.
I've just got one quick one here from Cousins Coke and Ice.
Yeah.
Lee Doof, what a champ he is. He says he's catching his first live show for the year. Well done, boys. Well done to you for tuning in.
Yeah,
thanks,
Lee.
He said, what do you think of Jack Rewald to Whitecross?
Whoa.
I can't believe he has got Jack Rewald, but why not, I guess.
He's a Richmond supporter.
I would do that trade.
Yep.
Without thinking.
Just wanted to throw in there. I'm going to give you a guy's name, Zacharakis, instead. I like him. But yeah, I do. I think he's going to average 90 plus.
Really?
Yeah. I do.
Doesn't even score against a crap team.
Yeah, but he scores against a good one.
This is the last one from me. Duncan Moore. Porplesia or Kennedy on the field this week? And that is a great question. I looked at it for 2 seconds until I realised Adelaide was playing GWS. You've got to back him in.
He'll kick 3 or 4.
Yeah, you've got to back him in.
Yeah.
Go Porp all day there.
Yep.
All right, my last one here from Joe Train. Joe Train 1. Must be yours. H-Mac or Cruz, please help. Cruiser for me, I think.
Definitely.
H-Mac has been good. And I tell you what, he's made the Goldstein thing. Goldstein, I feel sorry for him. The poor dude, really. Like, he had an awesome year last year because H-Mac wasn't there, and he struggled a lot this year. And he might even be dropped soon, to be honest.
You did right.
But, yeah, I'd go Cruz over H-Mac. That is my opinion, and that's probably yours, boy.
It is,
definitely agree.
Cool.
Yeah, all right.
Is that it?
I think
That's it. All right, thanks very much for watching. The website will hopefully be back up soon.
Yep.
We will be working hard on making sure that is. If it's not up by the morning or whatever, people like Dunny said, let them know that. I'll have the Friday Scramble, which is a very important read and a great read every Friday. He'll have that up as soon as it is and all those sorts of things. So fingers crossed it's all happening soon. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of it. And we'll see you again soon, I reckon.
See you guys.
Catch ya.
See ya.
What?